Hello. One very brief update. Just three things to mention. It's like raining outside, and anyways, I got to start a countdown on my phone for 1.5 hours now. T minus 1 hour 29 minutes because that's my birthday, January 29th, 129. Because oh. Default, if I use this screen recorder app, that's how the title looks, I think. Otherwise, if I use on my computer the screen capture app and also the background recorder, the one where the screen's off but it only captures what's on the camera, they all have like similar but not exactly the same. Like it'll start with like the year. I don't know what that one is. Project 22. Oh, so it's the year 22. I'm like, right? Yeah, of course. 11 for November 10th. And then it's 1,200 hours, 54 minutes, and 26 seconds. So if I start recording on all three apps, I don't think I can do that. I don't think I'd be able to do that. Anyways, just not for clout, just I don't know if I want to participate or what in having a video with this title. That's just the default title until I change it. I get so frustrated. It's like all my videos are like the same. I've been saying the same thing for a long time now, but I just was watching my mashup of the Party Man song, Elvis Little Less Conversation, and it sounds like he says a little a little less let's fight, a little less let's fight. I don't know. Anyways, I was just watching the video that I'd made on that, mashed up a whole bunch of music videos, and what's so funny is this quote I'm taking from South Park. I made a longer snippet of this one that I made yesterday. I think that's the original. Anyways, the longer cut, as in like, I don't know what Tony Montana would say. He says at the very beginning, I'll chop that up real nice or whatever. It's like editing. It's like slang for editing. I don't know. I thought of the funniest way to quote Tony Manana, Al Pacino's character, of course, in the Al Capone Scarface remake from the 1980s. It was originally a 1930s movie. It's almost the 2030s to be a 100-year anniversary of it. That's really wild. Anyways, so I think I've said like one of the things I was going to say. Oh, the new title for my next video, I don't know what it's going to be. I know the title. What Elvis says in the song, I don't even want to look at the camera. It's so embarrassing. I would just type it. So it's like, jingle me timbers, right? In that voice or something. This title, jingle me timbers. Like instead of saying my timbers, I'd say me, like, the far west European accent, English accent. And, the jingling of the... No way. That is wild. Jingle. I don't know what I'm talking about. Anyways, she's the, always forget the name. It doesn't even matter. Vespa? Not Vespa. Vesta. She's that's the Roman goddess of fertility, the queen of the fireplace. Vesta. Like vestibule is the foot of a fireplace. Anyways, I think there's another word that I'm forgetting. Oh, her name is... the queen's name is Hearth. Kind of rhymes with earth. Screen went off. Whatever. Hearth is the foot of the fireplace, and Vesta, Vesta, as in California, to quote the Beach Boys from Little Deuce Coupe song, putting it down for California, Vesta. Oh, get Vesta. Pack a vest for your Jimmy in the city of Long Beach, Bay Area, and back down. Smackdown. I don't know what I'm talking about. What was the next title? It's one single like line that's kind of hidden in that Elvis Little Less Conversation song. It ends with baby. It's like entertain me baby or something. Oh yeah, you're right. He says something like entertain me. You know what I mean? I don't want to do his voice. Entertain me baby. No. Oh, I got to do it with that accent. Scissor me timbers. And I'm going to have to like start from the beginning of the song and recite it to remember what it was. Satisfy me, baby. Satisfy me, baby. It's like, I got a baby and you got to satisfy it, eh? Really strange. That was more like a Canadian accent. What else? No, way too much stuff to talk about this. I've listened to it, 100 times? Probably. You know, like this is the shortest clip of it. I watched Billy Madison business lunch scene when he starts talking gibberish. He's like, oh, stop looking at me, Swan. You know, it's a little bit, you feeling a little bit under the weather there, penguin? It's a bit too hot for a penguin in these parts. You know what? I found out yesterday. Yesterday I learned when I was researching when California adopted its flag. I don't know if it was their first one, but something like 5 years before Texas made the Lone Star flag, California had a single lone red star up in the top left corner, you know, facing the flag. They had the Lone Star flag first, and I'm not going to say we took it. We adopted it in Texas. So it's like, wow. What is most significant about it is when I was looking at the Lone Star on the flag, the stitching makes a pentagon shape, or a pentagram, is pentagonal is what I say. So it's like, I don't know. There's a lot there. There's a lot of stuff there. So that's really interesting. And Real Fortnite. I watched the Jamie Kennedy Experiment yesterday, season 2, episode 1, and I watched, I think, the first one, just the first part of it when the piano player is trying out for a hip-hop band. And this actually segues into what I'm trying to talk about here. The sound at the beginning of this instrumental track, that's what I use as a backing track, it goes, it's like not the accordion, whatever, the one that's like a piano with the drumsticks. It's kind of like playing the piano with drumsticks, and it goes. It's the sound of a car engine motor sputtering out, going, the pistons like bursting, and it just like chugging down. But because it's on the xylophone and it's like at the top of it, and it's going, it sounds nice. It sounds like a shining star or something, like a glistening night sky or something is what it kind of sounds like. And should I go ahead and just show that? Or anyway, so the song I was listening to yesterday was Love Shack. I don't know how, I haven't heard this song in a while. I'll listen to it. And that sound is in it. Oh, man, it is so funny. But it's not a xylophone. I mean, you know what I mean? It's not a xylophone. It's a very similar, like, kind of sounds like that. And so if I could just, I'm gonna try to sample the instrumental portion of Love Shack, B-52's song, where it goes to fill out, you know what I mean? Because I had to repeat the same like 5 seconds of the song for minutes, and I just kept saying the same thing because there's the is only at the very like first 10 seconds of the song. I know I'm getting so technical. So if I could add that in, I don't know how. Oh, I'll just play it on YouTube or whatever. And so that'll be all right. And then maybe I'll try to get the real sample of whatchamacallit from Love Shack with even the singing, there's voices over it too. It's kind of hard to, it's not hard to hear. It's just, there's so much going on in that song. I made some really ballin' comments on Robert Greene's new podcast from 2 days ago. I'm not going to recite it. It's on my clipboard. If I could find a place to put text in. So that's the jingle. I mentioned the xylophone. Something my grandfather taught me, very professional, proficient piano player, one of the best. I'm not like saying this, like other people say this, and I can't disagree. He taught me to just press only the ebony keys from the top down, and it goes, and it sounds like a harp, like a real HARP harp of the. Wow, I'm just making the Wayne's World sound when they like transport themselves from place to place in the movie. I'm like doing my hand like that. So anyways, Robert Greene podcast. The guy's name is Tom B. I don't remember his last name, and it was from 2 days ago. Somehow I'll navigate to that. It's on my clipboard though. That's not what I was trying to do. That's definitely not what I was trying to do either. None of this. No. And I don't want to know what's showing up in my out of order. It's the things that I search the most for. So that's not chronological order. That's like the number of times that I've typed these things out. Because if I had like a remote control where I could press a button, it would just fill it out and search the channel. Otherwise, there's no other way to find this stuff. So coincidentally, that was the most recent search. And this I figured out yesterday also. When it was lightning, I'm like thinking really hard. I'm like, okay, I got on my shoes. They got this big like conductor at the bottom. All the micro details of if lightning strikes, the metal chair I'm sitting on, is the cushion gonna like diffuse the charge? You know what I mean? Like, I don't want to find this out. Like what that sound of the NWS test sounds like, the Jump Around song. Like, you know what I mean? The song that, or the sound from TV. National Weather Service is reporting. I can't pause it. Anyways, at this point, what this is, with the lightning, and there's a light here, a lamp, right? What it is like, we humans, when I say we, I mean Italian Americans, and I mean Italian, anything, just Italians. Alessandro Volta, like, invented electricity. That's where we get the word volt, but he gets zero credit. He was doing something like this to figure out how to harness the power of lightning. He's like, you know what? Forget the lightning. If it strikes, I'm going to put it in a bottle, lightning in a bottle. He really did it in the 1700s, before America itself was founded. He just happens to, U.S. and they share the initials of Amerigo Vespucci, Alessandro Volta, both Italians. He really had to do something like this, and that's the same actor who's Marty McFly's dad. And the idea is, I think his dad passes away, and that's what, he's wearing this like Santa Claus thing. I don't know it. I you know what I mean? I haven't seen the whole movie. I think I saw that other scene about rocket scientists or something. I don't know. This is a trip. I think I first found this like 2 years ago. I was like, how am I going to share this? Like, I don't know what to say. This is really just this one part, this is how there's the kingpin here, bowling ball here. I don't know what else is going on. There's a ruler and like some measurement stuff. I would turn it sideways. It would mess up my video though. I don't know. Oh, measuring tape. So what? Was that it? I mean, I think that was it. For real. I have some wild comments from wasn't it just here? Be Real TV? Maybe I didn't see it. I don't know. Yesterday, Jamie Kennedy was on the show yesterday. That's the thing. And so I added like 10 Jamie Kennedy videos to my watch later playlist. And I watched one full segment of the Jamie Kennedy Experiment Season 2, Episode 1. What people don't understand is his show, or Jamie's show, I call him Jamie like he's a friend. I watched, that, and I don't know what else. I put a lot of stuff on. I don't know. So what people don't understand is that I always have to try to like reiterate that I didn't have cable growing up. I didn't have MTV, definitely not HBO. I didn't have anything except for just regular stuff. UPN was the channel that carried Fresh Prince of Bel-Air. I used to always watch. Probably saw every single episode. I don't know, at least most of them. Same with The Simpsons, Home Improvement. Those are probably the big three. I saw a lot of Arthur. Not a whole lot. Dozens? I don't know. I can't think of any other shows. Those are the shows that I watched the most growing up. Because that was in order. Oh, there was, you know what I mean? Like, Friends was also on the same channel. There was the Warner Brothers channel and then UPN. Wayans Brothers show, saw some. So Friends, I saw a ton. Simpsons, ton. Fresh Prince, ton. Jamie Kennedy, I probably saw many of those. But the thing is that it wasn't on cable access or whatever it's called. Cable, it wasn't, you know what I mean? It was just everyone could watch it for free. It wasn't like a premium TV show. So what makes that like the Fresh Prince of Bel-Air is like the only MTV that I knew growing up was the introduction of Fresh Prince of Bel-Air. That was the music video. That's the only music video I knew until I was in college. So in a really weird way, I'm like extremely sheltered, and I there's so few people that can relate to that. Like very few people like didn't have access to cable TV growing up in the previous century and the previous millennium. And I watched so many music videos on YouTube. I dropped out of college. But then I went back and retained my degree for electrical engineering, right? And after all that time, I figured out how to reverse engineer electricity is like more difficult than trying to reverse engineer like the military. Going back hundreds of years, or like society, going back to like Greek times, ancient times, prehistoric. Some things are really difficult to reverse engineer. Anyways, I don't know what I was going to say. Oh, the Jamie Kennedy Experiment? Oh, my clipboard. Here's some of the wild stuff that I've said. I'm kind of afraid. I don't think I sent this one. I was going to say something about this. Dang. I didn't send it because I don't remember what I was going to... I'm not going to say that out loud. What does it say? That ain't my bag, baby. Satisfy me, baby. I'm referencing my own video over here. That's it, man. Oh, this one. There was two. It's so difficult, man. Why does this have to be so difficult? I'm quoting Robert Greene back over here to the stuff he was talking about. Emotional people he was talking about. You know, he has a law about avoid the histrionic gesture. That's like a classified disorder of the mind. Histrionic. Not like being a historian. I don't know. I can't put it into words. I don't know. The other one, I'll never forget what I did last summer. No, I'm just joking. I came up with that yesterday. I don't think it's on the clipboard, though. I was going to say this. I was calling Jamie Kennedy LeBron Jamie. He's like the mayor of Halloween Land from LeBron James is like, all right, so in Tim Burton's LSD propaganda movie, Jack Skellington, yesterday, I had this like hunch that the name Lincoln was just some made up word, and like it didn't exist before 19 whatever, like he changed his name in like 1950. But no, Lincolnshire is a county in mid East UK, and Lincoln is a city in the county of it, and it's significant because of its farm land and shape. And one of the towns is titled not Skellington, but something really like that, like something really close to that. And so when I'm reading about the history of Lincoln in 1920 in this old book yesterday, and what's so funny is it always says when they mention a person's name, they do a comma. This is how people wrote 200 years ago. They do a comma and then put where they're from. Like when I found a book about Petrino, my last name, from 1820, it's a book about Shakespeare. It says, such and such Petrino, comma, an Italian, comma, held up two pictures and said, here's an offer you can't refuse. You can go with this or you can go with that. I'm serious. And my last name Petrino means Godfather in Italian, translated to English. So there was something in that book yesterday, the history of Lincolnshire, and from 1820, and I don't remember it now. But anytime I mention someone's name, in case someone's not acquainted with who the person is, just say, an Australian, a New Zealander, or like what state they're from, a Texan, a Californian, things such as that. Yeah, and so what the Lone Star is so significant because it was first California's flag and then Texas. We have the biggest population for recruiting for the Pentagon. That's why there's a Pentagon at the center of each star that's stitched. It's difficult to see. Or the five-sided, pentagram. Or pentagonal, you know what I mean? Whoa, yeah, I changed a lot of this stuff that when I paste from my clipboard, my digital clipboard. I feel like some kind of nerd at a job who's like an office job, like with a clipboard. It's like I got to re-educate people so frequently that I got to use a clipboard. And I changed this one before the end of it. That was, in fact, my track that MC, it's his name. That's his name, MC. That I have to type his name. How else are people going to know what, I could change his name, the New Zealander. That's the New Zealand flag. I tried to use the Japan flag like many times yesterday for Marvin the Martian because it looks so much. The Japanese flag looks so much like if Mars had a flag compared to Earth's flag, it would look like the Japanese rising sun flag. I don't know. I'm kind of obsessed with flags recently. Blotting out the sun, so never outshine the sun. Yeah. We're talking about this stuff. So high notes go upward from D, E, and F keys. There's this like split where bass sounds are pulled down by gravity. It's like electrophysics, mechanic, music, like all of the coolest science subjects packed into one. How the bass sounds are pulled down by gravity because of the heaviness of them. And then high notes go bring, bring, kind of like a car booting up. It's like being able to see the sound of a motor. Like a Ford Motor Company has a distinct sound. A Honda Motor Company has a distinct sound. And it's kind of like, so the idea of a progression is going up, right? I feel like such a professor as I see myself saying this. Or like sputtering out. It's difficult to put into words. This was a hot one. This was the first thing I said when I found out Jamie Kennedy. It said Jamie Kennedy was joining. And I was like, yes, Jamie Kennedy. So I said, no, that's not why I said that. Because Be Real, the host, Green Thumb, formerly known as Be Real, was because Be Real, like his character is like the movie Rob Schneider and the Animal. So he's the live version of Smokey the Bear. I don't think that's his technical name. Or the bear from the updated modern California flag, and the bear, he's like, he looks like one of those dog memes. He's like winking or something. It's really weird. He's like that come to life. Be Real's character and everything, but that's formerly known as that. Now he's Green Thumb since like the late 90s or something. So they showed some lady. So he's like, look at this lady from the 1960s. Nobody knows who she is. We don't know her name, but she got this like glistening rhinestone blue gemmy dress. It's got a bunch of gems on it, like shining in the spotlight, right? And so I don't know what her name is. I'll call her Jimi Hendrix. And then I put the gem, and here's the bling bling. And I had changed that ending, that's for sure. I had changed that. Any damsel that's in distress, real soon she be out of that damn dress. Oh, any damsel that's in distress out west, right? That's wild. And okay, so here I'm inviting Don David Jaffe because I'm always trying to get him to talk about I asked him yesterday, like, him, the Don David Jaffe, creator of Twisted Metal, God of War, Kratos, all this. I'll just say, I got extremely upset. I was listening to Sitting Sideways on repeat, on full blast, because his Gamecast video game streams, Let's Plays, some of the sounds are just unbearable. The one time David Jaffe opened his video with Tupac's "Hit 'Em Up" instrumental in chorus, and the verse and hooks from Miley Cyrus' "Party in the USA," and it was like the most awesome thing I'd ever heard. Like, really was. But for the most part, the game, like, he plays like Zombieland games, stuff like Zombieland games. I can pull that up. My comments over here. What happened was, he's difficult to find his stuff. Filters, step 1, step 2, this week, because today is just spam. Unbelievable amount of spam over here. I got so much to say about this. I mean, like, I got a lot to say about this. All right, so I saw this first of all after the commercial, and one thing he said he's like it's almost like people are. I don't want to quote him. He said I'm the Grand Inquisitor. That's what he said. I'm the Grand Inquisitor, and I was trying to work that in. I kept forgetting. I kept on forgetting. I had seen that yesterday in some really old song. Here's the replies here. My most recent one got deleted because I said, meet me in St. Louis with a missile, and because the initials of meet me in St. Louis are MISL, like missile, and someone had posted a rocket, spam, and Bitcoin. I don't know. My comment got deleted, and so I was like, what the hell? I tried to edit it, but I couldn't because it was deleted. Anyways, this is what I said. I'm not going to... It's like a lot of inside jokes to the comments here, these 20 comments in the section, and then also up to the point of what I've seen of the podcast. About 30 minutes. And so the idea is, if one is past the age 33, there's only 33 strategies of war. Like, what did it do 34, 35? What about all these others, He wrote this first book at 38. And so it's like 33, 3 plus 3 is, everybody knows. I don't have to say it. And 3 plus 4 is, so I go to chapter 7 of 30 strategies, right? Or what 6 plus 1 is chapter 16 of 33 strategies. Or 2 plus 5, chapter 25 of the 33 strategies. I just know because I've read his books for so many years that it's almost like I kind of feel like I wrote those books. And it's the same with songs, different, just random songs. So here's some similar things that I'm trying to say. And as I wrote it, I wasn't able to check the exact timestamp. The exact timestamp was like 33 minutes, almost like exactly, like approximately. And so yeah, like a possum, like on a walking path. I'm quoting the host, Tom. He's thinking with his ears. Like, look how much the ear is shaped like an arm compared to like a soft, like eye. Like eyes are like when people are watching TV, their mind is turning into mush. It's like imagine like only being able to hear it and like what a person with seeing, I got glasses and everything, with seeing disabilities has, that's what a thinking person has, thinking cap, thinking glasses. Whatever. I didn't plan on mentioning any of this. Tom Bilyeu. So I guess that's all. There's just so much spam. And finally, there's a new podcast that he's got. All these are spam accounts. Like, nobody knows who these people are. This random people that, has a rather common name. So many videos like this. Unbelievable amount. Every single day. And, all right, so let me go to my videos. I don't know what to say. Oh, Marvin the Martian. That's it, man. That is the funniest Looney Tune of them all. It's hard to say what's the best Looney Tune. Marvin the Martian probably takes the cake. Or whatever it's called. Man. Yeah, I'm just going to end the video. It's supposed to be a short video. This one is such a trip. Dang, I watched it again yesterday. Oh, I know what I was going to say. So I'm trying to find my video with the Mario Kart at Disneyland. I think it's on Nintendo 64. I made a video like 6 months ago. I don't remember what it was titled. I searched Contraband. I searched Zilla. I couldn't find it. I just can't find where it is. Oh, that's what I came here to do. So I start not the timer or countdown or something. Like, I never do this. 1 hour. Less than 1 hour. Goodness. I don't know what. T minus 50 minutes. And I'm going to record a video at 11:11 on 11/11/2022. That's going to be legit. That's like a once in a millennium thing, so I probably won't. I just want to make a video about doing it for clout. I think that was it. One of these videos I recorded like this, when I hit the stop button on my new phone, it just had shut down and crashed. So I coughed. I was trying to say, oh, I remember what. If I go to David Love's channel, I don't know if these videos are available or what. How are you? David Love's channel. Double back again. That's David Love's channel, Debbie. Oh man, let me show what that looks like. When I go to YouTube Studio. Here's some of the videos that I searched for recently. It doesn't keep a list over here. I remember Steel Curtain because of a Sitting Sideways song. The garbage guys are here. Whoops, I gotta bring in the trash can. That's a screen grab included, not, exactly in the music video. Sitting Sideways, Paul Wall, H-Town. He, I don't know if he's referencing the movie Twins with DeVito and Schwarzenegger when they're twins, twin brothers, like born in a lab or something. And like the villain character or something. There's this Longhorns in just so happens to be in the what I watched yesterday, the west coast of Texas, west side rendition of "Wanna Be Baller," Lil Troy, and that was a ballin' song. He wasn't wearing a Longhorns cap, but I mean, it was out of state. It was a California cap, but there were Longhorns featured in it, in that video. And anyway, so this one is real, like it gets real, and it's at the very end. It ends so bad. I don't know. That's why it's unlisted. It's like, I don't know what about this. What happened? Should I go open it up? I'm just trying to figure out what happened here. Oh. Okay. So it's called Steel Curtain because, like, the first thing I do is join the GTA Online on PS3, and invite to the clan, the Steeler clan from, it's called the Steeler clan or whatever. Pittsburgh Steelers. Gang. No, I'm just joking. And there's this like Steel Curtain, this like weird like hacking stuff, messing with the wrong clan. I think it was the FaZe clan actually. I was gonna diss them yesterday, and now that I'm looking at the very beginning, someone was in the FaZe clan. I don't know his name. I have to go back and check. DMCA won't beat Green Thumb at checkers. This was just so weird what had happened here. Money bags all over the place. Yeah, it's like a snowball fight and shit and stuff. I had nothing to do with it. I was just along for the ride. That's Debbie. Not only is like she non-existent, the PlayStation 3 servers are shut down, so she really is like could be considered technically deceased, like legally. Hotline Blonde, like with an extra E, Blondie, Hotline Blonde. Debbie. That's way too on the money. That's Debbie Harry's real name, aka Blondie, the singer. That's not who that's supposed to be. I don't know who it's supposed to be. I didn't make the character. I didn't do anything. I'm just along for the ride. Damn. That's what happened. I'm like, all right, Debbie's gonna drive, Betty and their friends. Somebody seats Debbie in the driver's seat, so she's sitting sideways in the limo. And they pull her out, and because they're hacking, she just lays it. Nothing. All this weird stuff happens, and she's like, ding, 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 ding for 2 minutes in GTA time, and it's at 4 times speed. I did the math. I tried to quit. But I can't do anything at this point. My controller was bugged. I couldn't open the pause menu. Nothing. I had to short circuit the game and go straight into the console. Like, I'm not like ripping the power cord out of the wall. Doing that with my controller. Pressing the PlayStation button on the controller. Calling PlayStation, like, what happened. I was reporting people when I joined at the beginning. Maybe it was retaliation, retribution. It's just the ending of this is so real. Like that movie Twins and the chain scene. It's ultimately a joke. They talk about, you forgot the third rule of negotiation in a hostage situation. In a hostage situation, when things get hot. And it's the chain rule of calculus. And then he yanks the lever, and the 1 mile of heavy chain falls on the villain's head, and he gets buried in the chain rule of calculus. It's like where most people get knocked out of engineering school, so not me. Alright, so I'm about to have to go on to my Colonel Kurtz channel and make that my primary channel, because this one has had a full 5,000 add to watch later playlist exceeded. But no, I'm on the other channel. That one's got like 2,000 right now. And I've watched maybe like 10 of them, like in full, and maybe like 100 partially. Like, I got a problem with. And then I got all these extra playlists, and not a lot. I used to. I got to go in there and manually delete them one by one, and it's like, 5,000? Anyway, so it's about to be full. So what happens is, I think I'm adding it to my watch later playlist. I don't notice the notification says it's exceeded the limit. What am I doing over here? Fort Worth flag. Not the modern one. This is so funny. I was seeing this thumbnail. I'm like, did I fly past a pedestrian like with my truck and trailer, R2-D2? But no, I was at a complete stop from this thumbnail. The guy I was waiting. I was stopped and waited, and then he walked past me. And I wasn't like that. I'm not flying by the guy. But the other guy was in the street. I don't know. I probably could have done something different. Just for whatever reason. Abundance of caution. I'm quoting Jamie Kennedy's B-Rad character from Playbox movie. That's what they call it, a Gamecast in a Playbox. It's like mixing GameCube, Dreamcast, Xbox, and PlayStation into one thing. Platonic. Or not platonic. Damn. Somebody did a typo yesterday. Placate. Placation. Like a playing vacation. Anyways. Thought about misspelling Britain on purpose. Like spell the word plane. Britain. Because that's how it's spelled. Britain. Looking at my Sgt. Pepper's cover flag. This one right here. On my... I was going to update it with Call of the Wild, and I changed the title of Call of the Wilderness or Call of Duty. Like the 1903 Audrey Hepburn book. I don't remember the author of Call of the Wild. And there's others like that I've just come across. It'd take me a while to pull out the meaning of it. This one was reenacting, kind of like searching the keywords for South Park, Tom Green, South Park Hans Gruber, and it's South Park Die Hard reenactment, or sketch. So funny, I watched it yesterday. That's what I was doing here, and that is, I guess I call it Project 8. That's not what I called it, that's what it was named, automatically. And what? What about it, though? Oh, it simulates spike strips, throwing spike strips out. Like, for real, it's like training for it. Like, low-key. That's not what I'm looking for, though. I'm looking for I Saw the Sign song. Here it is. I watched this today. What's so funny about it, I didn't share it on Facebook. I don't know how I had nothing to do with that putting up there. It's so funny. When I wasn't even paying attention to how much Fat Chris looks like everyone in this music video. It's like astoundingly absurd how much it looks like he's singing this song when he does the wrestling thing. So I got to redo that. I miss Fat Chris a ton, and that's one of my favorite. I don't know. There's so much stuff to say. Anyways, somehow there's a transcript, and it just says, "I got a news, the Sun," at the very end. Even though, you know what I mean? Like, that's how the human mind processes what it hears in songs, is in this text form over here, like this. It's like that. We're like the algorithm in a lot of ways. So I'll go to where she says she got a news. Is it a bad news? All right. Y'all gotta see this. Whatever, man. Hey, whoever's watching this. So I guess that's all. It's supposed to be a quick video, and it's about a 1 hour video. So I'll end it on a 46 and a 46. And a 34%. That's all. Oh, damn. I'm a gambler, man. That's all. Or else.